The first question we'd like to talk about, I guess, is defining what is content curation and what marketing goals specifically can it support.
Content curation is the process of finding, organizing, and sharing relevant online content on a specific topic. And not only doing that, but doing it continually, because content curation is not a one-time activity. It's something you have to keep doing over and over again on a very specific topic.
All right. And what marketing goals do you think it can support?
So I think first and foremost, it helps with content, helps produce content, and from there, content can do a lot of things for you. So once you have content, it can help you become a thought leader in a particular space. It can help you with search engine optimization. It can help you educate your prospects. And so I think it really helps with content need.
Yeah, I think like Pawan said, it helps you develop content, and that was originally our original goal. And I think a lot of businesses find themselves in this spot where they are very focused on a specific niche, and it's really hard to build an audience. And I think more and more as the marketing officer and the marketing team looks more like an editorial team and developing their own content and using content, you start to realize I need to build an audience. And in fact, that was the mindset that we took at our team, where we said, let's build an audience. Not let's just build people to sell stuff to. Yes, we have to do that. But let's get people interested in the topic, understand what people are looking for, understand what they're reading and listening to, understand what they're downloading, what they're not downloading. And then from that audience, we can start leveraging our marketing activities and our marketing materials. So we sort of use it really as a way to, A, help us brand as knowledge owners in a specific space and category, help us build an audience, and then help us really layer in our own sort of thought leadership to it.
I do think that it's content curation for marketers is very much connecting relevant content to people, to the people who specifically need it. And for us in our business, it's a little bit, it's actually a lot different from what you were talking about, Chuck, where you've got a very specific sort of niche audience that you're going after. As a PR agency, we're not going after one specific vertical. We don't work only with high-tech companies. We don't work only with green tech companies. We work with companies across a broad spectrum who are generally undergoing some big change or looking to grow significantly. They've got business goals that we need to help them address. So the way that we help address that, the way that content curation helps us do that, is by giving us a platform for sharing information about what's going on in, not just in our industry, but what's going on in marketing communications, what's going on in communications generally. So how are companies' communication strategies playing out in the world? And a big piece of that for us is not just what content is already out there that we can share, but also what do we have to say about it. And that piece of it, enabling both original content that we're creating and third-party content that we're finding elsewhere, and enabling those to live side by side so that we share them to our audience in a meaningful way.
You know, I looked at it this way when I received some information from Caitlin about this event in HiveFire, and the concept of content curation was new. And at first blush, it seemed very much, when you boil it down, like editing. Editing is curating information collected by reporters and other sources like wire services and things, and putting them in a package that by virtue of the size and shape of the package, either in print or online, assigns a priority. It puts elements that you've collected, stories that you put together in context, illustrates them with photos, video, and all of that. And the reason why we do that, I think, is because the most fundamental human method of connection is storytelling. And storytelling is not merely the relating of events. It's meaningless to relate events. It's meaningless to say this happened and this happened and this happened without context. One of the things that journalists do is learn professionally how to apply context as objectively as possible and as interestingly as possible, and to be entertaining. You know, there's stuff in the globe that's meant to be funny and meant to be enlightening, and meant to be personal, and meant to be objective, and just the facts, man. So with content curation, what's happened with the growth of digital and social media is that we become overwhelmed with I don't know that we become overwhelmed with information, but we become overwhelmed with aggregated information. So my understanding of content curation is that it is like editing because it is directing the viewer, the reader, the person that you're dealing with to information that they're either interested in or that they will be interested in, and placing it together just in an intelligent way. In such a way that just placing it together gives it context and tells a fuller story. It's intelligent aggregation, and Richard was explaining to me, it's very important to have the human being, the driver, actually being the last arbiter of what you collect and what you present, because no algorithm, an algorithm is going to give you the Google spam. A human is going to go, you know, that's interesting.